بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
In the name of Allah, the Compassionate, the Merciful. Shaping the personal world, the farm of the hereafter. Each human being does not just live in the world, they form a world within themselves. This is the personal world, the microcosm, shaped by your thoughts, deeds, intentions, and devotion. It is the place for personal search. It is the luminous shadow of the divine light, in which live the shadow of the great soul and intellect. Divine knowledge is a junction between the external world and the personal world. The divine command to shape the soul. He, Allah, made your form and made it beautiful and provided you with good things, fragrances. That is Allah, your Lord. Then blessed is Allah, Lord of the worlds. That is, first He created you in the human form, then He will create you in the form of luminous body, and your nourishment will be in the form of fragrances. Spiritual nourishment in the form of fragrances, smell of the soul, Quran 12:94. Intellectual nourishment, manna and quails, Quran 2:57. Mold your world through word, deed, and feeling. You are not merely placed in this life, you are a creator within it. This world is a farm for the next. This physical world is not the harvest. It is the farm for the spiritual world. Every intention, every speech and action in one seed. But today there is no veil except for those whose hearts are blind. The Imam is not hidden. The light of God walks among us. As the Quran says, is he who was dead, and we have revived him and appointed for him a light, wherewith he walks among men, as him whose likeness is in utter darkness whence he cannot emerge. 6:122. This light is not a metaphor. It is the presence of divine guidance in human form. There is no famine, only ignorance in the form of false knowledge. The water flows, the light shines, but not all thirst and not all see. Yet for the one who recognizes, every good becomes a stream returning to its source, drawn by love, guided by wisdom, and raised by the hand of the living light. And in the hereafter, you will eat from the seed you have sown. The world of particles. There is a special name for this personal world. It is called the world of particles. Why? Because it is the extract, the quintessence of the pearl of the universe and existence. It lives in a human form potentially. Just as a single seed carries the form of an entire tree, your soul carries the spiritual essence of the whole cosmos. To recognize your soul is to recognize the inner world, and to refine your soul is to make the personal world actual. Through the Lord, the Nourisher. Explanation of the world of particles. Scientific analogy, the atom and the soul. Just as every atom holds the building blocks of the physical world, so too the soul contains a world of particles, the microcosmic potential of the entire universe. Hidden within is the essence of all existence. This is not imagination, even science tells us. Within a single atom lies a hidden power, silent, unseen, yet capable of great change. So too is the soul of humankind, small in form, but vast in potential. And within the human soul is enough light to illuminate the heavens, but only when guided, refined, and awakened. Example from nature, fruit and root. A fruit is only as sweet as the nourishment of the roots, so too the fruits of the next life depend on what nourishes your soul and intellect in this life. Guidance or ego, truth or illusion, free will or inspired will. Free will, and once illuminated by divine recognition, becomes inspired will, still free but no longer lost. The two forces within, ego versus soul. Within every human being is a battleground. The ego whispers, "You are your desires," but the soul whispers, "You were made for more." When ego rules, the personal world darkens. When the heart turns to the Lord, it begins to shine. The Lord takes a shine to this kind of star. Quran 102, 5 and 6. Nay, would that you knew it, with knowledge of certainty. Then, in its light, you would certainly have seen hell. What is a good deed? A good deed is not merely an act of kindness or assistance. As the Quran reveals, to him ascends pure speech, knowledge of certainty, and righteous action, good deeds. Raises it, Quran 35, 10. This verse unveils a deeper truth. It is through knowledge, recognition, and righteous action that the soul ascends towards God. Pure speech is the voice of inner inspired knowledge. Good deeds are its wings, but without understanding and intention, they remain grounded. Plant the seed of true recognition. Let the light of the divine Lord of religion nourish it. Only then will your actions bear fruit in the nearness of God. The role of the guide. Yet, how can we shape the right personal world? Without guidance, a guide is not just a teacher. He is the lantern in the dark, the one whose heart is already turned to the divine and has become the divine. So only he can help turn yours. Quran 60. For there is indeed an excellent pattern for you in Ibrahim and those with him. This means that every moment who walks on the spiritual path can reach its ultimate destination by following the true guide Ibrahim of the time to the divine vision. Example of the mirror. The soul is a mirror, but when clouded by ego, it reflects only a dark shadow. It distorts reality, blinds the heart, and hides the truth. Yet through the guide, the soul is polished, and when cleansed by recognition, it begins to reflect the light of God. The Imam is the mirror, and the locus of appearance, the living house of God on earth. He is the locus of manifestation, of divine light, the one who carries the hidden treasure of God's unique recognition. In a sacred hadith it is said, "I am contained neither by my heaven, nor by my earth, but I am contained by the heart of my believing servant." Who is this perfect believer, this moment in whose heart God manifests? It is the true successor of the Holy Prophet, may peace be upon him and his progeny. The Imam of the time, may peace be through him, in whom God's light is never absent. Through him, the soul rediscovers its origin, polished, awakened, and turned toward the source, a mirror reflecting the light of God. The personal world becomes the next world. Only if the soul is successful and blessed will it live forever. Not every soul inherits eternity. The hereafter is not somewhere else. It is the full unfolding of your personal world. The truth you planted, paradise will bloom, or the falsehood you fed, hell will swallow you. God says in the Quran 29:64, "This life of the world is not more than sport and play, and the abode of the real life is the abode of the hereafter. If they but knew." Is the Didar, vision of God, only in the hereafter? No, no. Had it not been possible in this world, God would not have said, Quran 17, 72. And he who is blind in this world will also be blind in the hereafter, and far astray from the right way, and even more astray from the path. The one who rejects the true guide is blind, unable to see in this life or the next. And whoever accepts the guide must awaken the soul through his esoteric teachings. For the life to come begins now. Recognition of knowledge. To shape your world, you must first recognize what true knowledge is. For no one seeks what they do not know exists. Knowledge is to perceive things as they truly are, and it lives in the personal world of the Imam. It is the pearl of the intellect, which shines only when polished by obedience and recognition. Water your soul with that obedience. Protect it from doubt and falsehood, and your guide will walk beside you holding your hands and at times carrying you. For the soul that turns to God's vicegerent will never be lost. Your personal world is your hereafter. Shaped today, revealed tomorrow. Subscribe, click the bell icon, and let the lights of the worlds guide you to what lies beyond.